Hello everyone and welcome to the next instalment of the RSF1 season. I am Primus Gaming and this is Bodder with me.
Hi guys, how are you keeping?
I'm doing very good and I was away for F3 on Thursday back in France and we had some really good racing from all of F1 through to 4, so we had an amazing week. And I think everyone's ready to really hit the Red Bull ring. What's your opinion on this track, Bodder?
It's one of my favourite tracks actually. We've gone from like my worst track to one of my favourite tracks. And the reason why I like this track, it's high speed, but you've got the kinks kind of in sector 3. And I think if you can master sector 3, you're fantastic around this. A lot of drivers will feel confident around here, I'm guessing.
Oh, I am actually really looking forward to seeing like some real good battles because, you know, everyone in RSF1 has their real strengths. And I tell you what, I know we'll see a lot of people here today really open up.
Oh yeah, this is a track where you push the engine to the absolute max. You're burning the battery over it. This is a track where you don't leave anything behind. The only thing you have to watch out for is there's a couple of spots there where you can exceed the track limits. So obviously your 3-second penalties will be kicking in there. And also I think it's the start of sector 3 where it's that long swooping left-hander. If you dip your back right wheel onto the gravel, the car has gone around and you've lost it, unfortunately.
That is the Verf curve, actually.
That's where the Valtteri went off this season.
Yeah. And
practice, I think.
We all know famous incidents here in Austria if you're a real F1 fan. So you've got turn 1, which is, turn 1's the Niki Lauda curve. And then the famous incident between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg back in 2016, is the Remus corner, that's turn 2. And then you got Schlossgold, which is the sweeping right-hander just down the end of the first sector, And then you got this. After you come out of there, you enter into Rausch, which is a sweeping left-hander. Then you got the Verf curve, which is another sweeping left-hander. And then we got watch out going out after the Verf curve because again, as Bob said, if you catch the gravel, you could go off. And then after you get, this is a really important part in sector 3, into Rindt, which is the second to last corner. You need to make sure you don't accidentally run too wide or run too deep. And then the last corner, which is the Red Bull Mobile.
That's a very good, full, detailed analysis of the track. Well done, Primus. I haven't got that far yet.
But I do know this track is definitely one of the shortest. I think it's only got 10 corners. So, it's definitely one of those tracks.
Yeah, it's like you can do a lap here in like less than 1 minute 10. So it is the fastest. 105, okay. 105.
Good move there from Nico Roberts.
Good, yeah. 2 seconds.
No problem. So, we all know that this track has had its, real drama. I think, if I can remember right, there was maybe 1998 when they had real lap 1 drama when David Coulthard got caught in a collision. And then you had Michael Schumacher and Mika Hakkinen fighting it out back then. A load of crashes happening between multiple cars. I think I remember Minardi went out. And here's me saying this, and yes, everyone, I do feel old, so thank you for helping me feel old. But
you do feel old. How do you think I feel?
But do keep in mind, here's one scary thing. 2014, Felipe Massa on pole, back in qualifying. Back in Williams for crying out loud.
Yeah. Look how far Williams have gone down technical. The worst thing about me is my age is at the end of my game tag. So people go to me, oh boy, what's your age? Just look at my game tag. And I feel old already, But I used to have it at
Well,
101. I used to be bought at 101. But then I was terrified people would think I was like a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. But then I was born in 01. So I was like, no, I better change it.
Brundle. A 151 dead. And I like how he's done it, on the dot.
Yep, he's fast around here.
So, what would you say was your favourite moment in real life F1 in the Red Bull ring?
Can't really think of one. The only thing I can think of recently is Verstappen. And, Leclerc.
That was
Verstappen obviously winning last season as well. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what that comes to mind. Like obviously there's
as much as
Come on.
I'm not a Mercedes fan, but what really captivated me here was the final lap crash between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. I was watching the race. It seemed a little lackluster, and then as soon as that happened, it's like ah! And then I was on the edge of my seat, and Nico Rosberg went from fighting for first place to fourth. I think that also gave Daniel Ricciardo a podium.
Yeah. 1 second now.
But I really feel old. So let's have a look at the little update on the board. So DP Roberts was in pole, but he got knocked down by RSF1 Brundle, so good work from Brundle. Shane in third place with a 105.3. Joker in a 105.4. Peppermeat 105.4. 3 hundredths of a second away from Joker. RSF1 Patronus, who's also 3 hundredths away from his teammate Peppermeat. PMT Briz 105.4 on the Ferrari. Cross Kerry 155. Pieter a 155 with with 3 hundredths off of Cross Kerry. AMS Phoenix, who is 1/10 away from Pieter in the Toro Rosso. Magic Marks with a 161. Skunk Burner with a 198. Jake Moore, Senna, Man with the Cash and Kebab Mix are the only people to have not set race times. But the Man with the Cash and the Kebab Man are literally just, Man with the Cash has just set his lap of a 105.3.
This is kind of a thing that we've seen with Charisma recently. He doesn't go out and set a lap straight away. He kind of sits in the pits and watches everyone else do their laps and then kind of, picks his own strategy and goes off and set his own time. I don't know if you're keeping an eye on the chat. It looks like we're going to have rain in the race. The first half of the race is going to be in the rain.
I put the chat up on my phone, and it's the only thing that's popped up for me is Unity Hush saying #Team Haas.
No. Flamin says important news, rain in race. First half. Look forward to that.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And Charismix invalidated his lap time, so he's got to do another one.
That turn 1 in the rain, whether it's inters or full wets, is going to be chaotic. And the sprint kind of up the hill to the turn 2, and then the sprint then from turn 2 to turn 3. That mist that's going to hit you if you're in the mid-pack. If you're up front, it's all great, but if you're in the mid-pack, you're just going to get that mist in your visor.
Indeed. Let's have a little look with Jake Moore. So Jake Moore, he's on his lap, and didn't Jake say he was confident for today?
Yeah, he said he was very confident. What words he said? Extremely confident is what he said. He says, this is one of his best races of the year. It feels like a podium's on the cards. So look, if Jake Moore can get a podium, fair play to him. He absolutely loves this track. I like it as well, so he reckons it's the way to go. And then he talks a bit about his strategy. He just basically says the key tonight is staying out of someone's DRS. So if someone is obviously following behind him, he wants to bridge that second gap. So it's not within, they're not within his DRS, so he can catch up to him, But extremely confident. What he's saying tonight, very confident. I think he mentioned it 2 or 3 times to us. That he's very confident. So for the other 16 other drivers, watch out. Jake Moore is the man to watch tonight.
Indeed, and the Man with the Cash. Man with the Cash is also, he's been showing real promising results. over the time. Here's what's scary: a 1:05.5 from Jake Moore is a really good lap. It's just everyone in the whole session is lapping 1:05s, except for Magic Marks of a 1:06 and John Digweed coming out of nowhere with a 1:04.9.
Yes, but Magic Mark did say to us earlier on, he's done no practice at all for this. Zero. Zilch. He's been working, he's been family life, whatever is going on, but he did absolutely zero practice for this week. But Magic Mark, he's a good friend with Skunks. I'm sure he'll be fine. Like, I'm always the same thing, you know, in Q1 you're a bit slow, Q2 a bit slow, maybe towards Q3 you're kind of building things up, but if I jumped over a race, say midway or 3/4 of the way through and went to the time trial, I guarantee you I'd do my time trial. It's just because you're doing lap after lap, you get into it. And it's just very hard when you've been away from the game for a few days to sit down to go at it. You just pull off a few bad laps, but it'll come to. As I said to the mark earlier on, I'm sure you have a trick or two up your sleeve. He laughed at me, which I thought was funny.
But I have a little interesting fact for you guys about the F1 games. So I basically, when F1 2015 came out, I would get it and all that, but I wouldn't play it too much because I had no real incentive. The F1 game of the modern time on the Xbox One, the most I've ever played is F1 2019 because this league has given me a reason and, like, you know, the want to play it, you know, because some games you need, like, the incentive to play. Charismix,
yeah.
1:05.1 getting into 4th, so well done to Charismix.
Nice one,
but this is literally the most I've ever played an F1 game on the Xbox One, mainly because, you know, I've got great friends in the league. You know, everyone racing with passion, you know, and me being a person who loves being a spectator as well as a driver, it is just a real treat. I mean, we're watching with Magic Marks right now, and we've got a beautiful helicopter pan shot of him going through going through Roush, the verse curve, and through Rint.
And it's a pit lane.
Yeah, and into the pit lane now. Yeah, that's sort of killed the mood.
Whoa, Jake Moore shoots up there. I think Jake Moore was like 14 or 15, now it's 5th.
He beat his previous time by 0.3 of a second, so that was really good there from the Red Bull driver. We could possibly see a Red Bull fight for the podium, but we cannot rule out John Digweed because John never normally has like gotten too high in there. There's been moments, you know, where he gets up into 5th, maybe 6th, but John is on provisional pole at the moment, which is really nice to see.
It's good to see, and John is just, I think, a driver who just got a string of bad luck recently. I think that's what's happened with him. You know, other races could have gone his way, but just luck wasn't there for him. But like, if you get a chance to do well in qualifying, you're starting in the front, you get a pull away, you're in for a great race.
And the man with the cash, he goes across and he sets at 1:12, so he might have made a mistake on his lap, or he was just harvesting. Skunk Burner, he responded to John Digweed with a 1:04.8, so very good drive there from Skunk. I have really good news, by the way, for the F1 fans. Michael Schumacher has been reported to have been having stem cell treatment after some knowledge about him has gone public, and Schumacher is conscious. He's responding well to the stem cell treatment because I heard that a nurse accidentally leaked that out, and it's all over YouTube. You know, it's no secret, but you know, it's really good to hear that the F1 legend Michael Schumacher will pull through. Obviously, he might be paralysed, you know, from that bad accident, but you know, it's better than losing him.
Exactly. Yeah. When did the accident happen? Was it 2013?
Yeah, it was a good 6 years ago, and it's the first time in 6 years news of Michael Schumacher has really properly come out, other than the report of his incident.
Yeah, no, it's positive news. I'll definitely say that.
Well, it's good to have him back.
Yeah, definitely. Just looking at the minute there, Phoenix and Senna are two guys in the drop zone at the minute, and they are both currently on laps with Senna about to cross the line. He was doing 110. What's doing now? Safe.
Nice, 153.
Yeah. That puts Magic Mark, which is on the outlap. Okay, so Mark, he's not going to get knocked out in Q1. We know that.
Hey, do you want me to do an onboard of him?
Go ahead, yeah, go on.
So we are on board of Magic Marks, who begins his lap at the Red Bull ring. So going into the Niki Lauda curve, so you got to watch out for the sausage curve just coming out of turn 1. So now it's a climb up the hill, and physically this is quite taxing on the drivers, as it's obviously an uphill climb and they have to make sure to keep within good overtaking distance. So getting a good run into Remus, there you go, that's nice. A little cut over the corner, it's nice, into the DRS. A little late into the DRS there, but I'm pretty sure Marcus is doing pretty good. Yep, he's still on the attack. So now going into Schlossgold. Oh, that's a nice run there. You have to be very careful not to push too hard, otherwise you could lose the back end. So here we are, going sweeping into Roush. A little bit deep, but he's still fine. We've got the slow moving car there, the Red Bull, into the Verf curve. Now into turn 6. So it's very good. Now into Rint. So you need to make sure you don't overdo it going on here, because if you catch the curb on the out of the exit, you could lose it. And now going into the Red Bull Mobile, he now crosses the line. Magic Marks moves into 3rd. Well done.
5 flat, just about. That puts Piper last. Look at it, there's only half a second of a difference between Piper and Magic Mark. And half a second is either going to knock you out or put you through to Q2.
PMT Briz, I think he's too quick to retire there, because do keep in mind Cross Kerry still needs to set a lap.
Yeah.
I know he's not happy with 155. Well.
He's not risking it.
I think PMT Briz jumped to conclusions too fast.
We could be losing a Ferrari here. Oh, Phoenix
oh my god,
is
this is already action.
Phoenix is pitting. That means he's conceded. He's taking 1/16.
Phoenix is out in Q1. We've got Pie Eater. He's now going through the Red Bull Mobile. There you go, let's see how he can do. He didn't beat his time, but he can go out again. There's enough time in the session for him to set another lap. DP Roberts is in 10th place, who is currently on its out lap. Will he be able to make it to the line botter?
Roberts, where else is he on track? 30 seconds, yes. He will.
Okay, that'll be good to see. And Pie Eater is now going through into the 2nd DRS zone of the track. I think it's actually the 3rd DRS. No, 2nd. No, it is the 3rd, yeah. Into Schlossgold.
Go a bit faster than that. No, it's not going to happen for Roberts.
Or is he going to just narrowly miss out? Well, through Roush goes Pie Eater. It's the end of Q1. Yeah, Roberts just missed out.
Cross carries out as well.
Pie Eater still
wants to stay up. Yeah.
Verf curve. So you've got to get a good run through the Verf curve through turn 6. Now you've got Rint. Going into Rint. Now they took a very nice and tidy. Yeah, it's very nice and tidy. Now through the Red Bull Mobile. Going down the straight. And Pie Eater just makes it through. Well done. Into 6th. Cross Carry is currently in the danger zone.
Oh, he's back
Good
out.
song by Kenny Loggins.
He's back
Going
out.
into... Oh yeah, he's out. He's backed off.
He's backed off, yeah.
I can't. This is the first time Cross Kerry has been knocked out in Q1.
Well, Cross Carry was F3, and he moved to F2, I believe, because of something at work or something like that. He couldn't race on Thursdays, but he could do Sundays. So I think that's why he got moved.
Okay.
Or he wanted to
well,
move,
we can't
so
rule him
just
out.
for his own reasons.
No. He might be a real contender here for the F2 lot, but I wish Cross Kerry all the best. I know it's really hard to, try and adjust everything with the job and try and still have fun with the lads, but it's good to see that he's been moved up into F2 and still take part. There's nothing more annoying than, missing out on, fun with the lads.
But we'll notice what Cross Carry now over the next 2 weeks is if he continues in F2, he'll just get faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Because he's racing and practicing with guys that are in that he was previously practicing, say, with in F3, myself or Marnik, something like that.
So going over the classification for Q1, AMS Phoenix and Cross Kerry have been knocked out in Q1. Skunk Burner on provisional pole for Q1 with a 1:48. John Digweed with a 1:49, which was a really good by John there, so really good to see there. Magic Marks, he had no practice, but he still stole third from the crowd.
Yeah, pulling it out. And I gotta say as well, Primus, you're getting some serious love on the chat. I think Brave Container put in there saying, Brave Container put in something like best commentator equals you.
Well, I wouldn't exactly label me the best. I've got someone who's also in contention for that right next to me. Well, technically.
Luke put in there saying what is the best? Give the points.
I just do my best, but I don't want to label anyone the best. We all do all that we can to try and deliver a good show. That includes Brundle, that includes No Shows, Bodder, Rebster, Tomo. All of us do the best. I'm not going to basically make it a competition. We're all the best. We're a complete unit of a team.
Why not? This is one big massive competition. That's what we're all here for. Competition. Okay, so it's Inters for their first 20 minutes of the race. That's what I've been told. I was going to message there. Not going to mention
So I don't know why they're all going out on medium compound tyres, because if we're starting on intermediate tyres, then there's no need to go on to the mediums, because we're not going for a long run here.
You would think that this actually happened to me one time last season, and went out and did that, and then at the start of the race it was raining, but the game put us all on slicks because as soon as the green flag dropped, you did one lap and it was DRS enabled, so there's no point sticking Inters on for that one lap.
Guess
which is
the
crazy.
boys there prepared themselves.
Yeah, well, I think when the game puts you on slicks, even though it's raining, that's the game basically saying to you, yeah, rain is going to go very, very shortly, so there's no point putting on Inters.
Right, Pepper Meat is going to be crossing the line now. I'll do an onboard with Pepper Meat. So we go across the line, lap begins, so you've got to get a good run into the Niki Lauda curve. Or did he cut that too much? No,
yeah,
he might be okay. That was still going for it.
Oh, Pider's gone around! Oh, he's gone off. Last turn.
Oh dear. That's not very good for the outlap
for him.
Q2. Through Rennes goes.
Oh, he's staring at cars coming down the hill. Oh no, he's stuck in the corner. Oh, in the pits quick. Yeah, lucky. Because he might have to go all the way around again. He was so lucky there. Otherwise, he would have went the whole way around, get a new front wing and new set tires.
That was very, very lucky of Pi because the last thing you want to do is crash out in Q2, because that'll put you in 15th place. Shane with a 1:53 going into Q2, so a nice established lap there from Shane.
Yeah, looking good.
But we can't rule out Pepper Meat, because he's going to cross the line and set a 1:6 dead.
Yeah. Oh. I think he's went a bit wide a couple of corners, maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
Skunk!
That was Skunk.
It just seemed like he was given space, maybe, and just kind of gave too much space and then went onto the grass. But you have to remember, Skunk has no traction control on, so if he goes onto the grass and puts the power down, he literally has no grip.
Oh gosh. Well, that was a good save from Skunk Burner. To be honest, I think Skunk has got a really good new teammate. Is Cross Kerry reserve, or is he he's got an actual drive for F2?
As far as I'm aware, he's full time. I could be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, he's full time.
If he's full time in F2, then Skunk Burner has he's got a really good teammate. Because do keep in mind, if you guys want to see it, go onto our YouTube channel in F3. Cross Kerry is an amazing driver. It doesn't matter if you've gone up a league or whatever, you're still skilled. And I think Cross Kerry will bring a lot to in F2. He may have been knocked out in Q1, but do keep in mind sometimes the best races can start at the back. Sebastian Vettel in Germany this year started dead last, finished second.
Yep, all it could take is a bit of rain, which we have. Okay, there's one. Maybe a safety car, maybe a virtual safety car, a lucky pit stop, maybe a 2-stop, and there you go, you're through.
So we are going to be having DP Roberts. No, Pie-Eater actually is going to be beginning his lap soon. Do you want to do an onboard with Pie-Eater, Butter?
Not really, because I don't know all the corners like you. I just know about
okay.
It's like, oh, here's uphill section, here's downhill section.
I'll do it. So going across the line now, Pie-Eater begins his flying lap. So here we go, turn 1, the Niki Lauda curve. I've got a car running off there into the runoff area of the Niki Lauda curve. So you get a good run into the DRS zone here. So now going uphill climb to Remus. There you go, you cut the corner nicely, don't get on the throttle too much, otherwise you could lose the back end, but that was nice and tidy out into the third DRS zone. So now you're going back down the hill to Schlossgold. Oh, there's the Toro Rosso, it's good dodge. So now through into Schlossgold. So now you're running down the hill, you're now moving to the two sweeping left-handers of Roush and the Verf curve. So into Roush on the power, that's quite nice, onto the curves. Now it's nice and tidy through. Oh, careful there. If you cut too much for turn 6, you could accidentally invalidate lap time, but I think Pie-Eater is still okay. Now moving into Rint. Oh, that was nice. And now through the Red Bull Mobile. The last push. Oh, caught the grass though. That could lose a little bit. Oh no, 153.
Great lap on soft as well. Just a quick input there as well. The vice mission head for F3 just put in the chat saying Cross Carry. Is it Cross Carry? Yeah, Cross Carry is reserve.
So he's a reserve driver for the F2 lot. But it's good to see him racing.
Good to see him racing though. Yeah, good to see him racing. I'd always see someone racing, in work or doing something else. Basically.
Yeah. Nothing worse than that, just sitting on the bench when, you want to join in with the lads. Oh, DP Roberts in second place.
5-3. Shane's still holding on to his 5-3 as well. I think he won
Shane
set that.
Yeah, Shane literally just set the first lap and then just kept it. So I'm gobsmacked by Shane. That is a superb lap in Q2. So let's have a look. See, we've got John Digweed. He's now moving up to Remus.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit too deep going in the corner. He completely missed the apex. Does it me, or does it look like he's actually struggling to maintain grip?
John.
Yeah, John Digweed.
Yeah. Small bit, alright.
Locking up.
Maybe just...
Oh,
back end. A bit of oversteer as well, yeah. He's probably just took their air off the back just to try and get a bit faster on the straights, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's well, that's why I do my own setups for qualifying. He's been giving away too many secrets here.
Well, John's got his own plan, but it looks like those two moments where the back end kicked out could cost him dearly in terms of time. Now going into the Red Bull Mobile. Oh! Good little recovery there. He almost lost it going into the wall and he backs off. A 169 though, but it's invalid. So yeah. I think John Digweed's going to have to go back into the pits, put on either harvest or put on a fresh set of tyres or something, and then get back out there. Charismix going through Roush. Out into the first curve. Is it sad that I know these corners?
Not at all. Not at all. It's just I don't know. I know Niki Lauda corner because I know the talking about in the start of the season. Magic mark! 5
Oh my god!
Again!
And Joker! Joker coming up out of nowhere for 151.
He's no joke, that guy.
Oh gosh. Do keep in mind, guys, Bodder is the man with the puns and the nicknames. So, if you guys are not a fan of that, you're in for a very long season.
Very long season, guys. Very long season. But to believe it though, I've actually had drivers message me on Discord saying, "Give me a nickname. Give me a nickname. Come on, give me a shout. Give me a nickname." Like, dude, it'll happen when it happens. All right, I don't just force it. It just magically comes out of me. Yeah, exactly.
It's like Man with a Cash, Magic Man, Kebab Mix. It was all thought out there and then they stuck. So, if you want your nickname, give it time. Bodder will get to you, but he needs the right moment, right time. Brundle 147. Holy
Toledo.
Oh my god, that was a superb run there from Brundle. Wow. Oh, I think he's happy with that. Look at that. A little swerve there to celebrate after a superb lap.
I don't know, I'd be saving that for Q3. Q3 is when you pull the tricks out of the bag. But that is an outstanding lap by Brundle. Tip my hat to him for that lap. Nothing taken away from Briz as well. Briz, I think, wasn't Briz on like near the danger zone or something like that in Q1? And now in Q2,
yeah,
he
retired
he's like,
a little bit preemptively.
Yeah, and now look at him, second currently in Q2.
Oh my god, he is second as well, 149.
Yeah, sub 1.5.
Wow. And we got the man with the cash still. You know, we can't rule him out. We could see maybe a double Ferrari on the start.
It's funny you mention Josh, because I've had 3 drivers today message me saying, watch out for Josh, the man with the cash. 3 different drivers who are obviously practicing together. So watch out for him. He's the man to watch. And it's funny because I don't know if you remember, but I've been saying the last few races, one of the drivers just seems to be knocking at the door. You know, just needs a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit quicker, maybe a bit of strategy to go his way. I reckon tonight could be his night.
I don't know why, but I like a jingle from a radio advert. I was just when you said he's knocking at the door, it just made me think of that advert. It's like someone's knocking at the door, someone's ringing the bell. I forgot what company that is. By the way, not a sponsor. But as soon as he says Josh will be knocking at the door, that just instantly popped in my head.
Well, if he's knocking at my door, I hope he's bringing some cash.
Yeah.
PayPal,
well, you know, if you're coming into my house, you know, you come bearing gifts. You know, we can both enjoy them. Oh, the Red Bull of Jake Moore and Senna. Second place and 4th place.
Whoa. And Jake Moore is another one of those drivers that was just there. Just needs a bit of luck.
Dyslexic has joined the session.
I did say Jake Moore is very, very fast. Like he said, he's very confident. Sorry, he's remember we were talking about earlier in Q1. He's extremely confident on this track.
He pulled out an amazing lap there. It could put him on for a very strong start against RSF1 Brundle because Brundle's been doing his rain dance in France, but I think that's going to bite him in the back when it comes to Austria because we know this track in the rain, especially if it's fast corners such as Roush and Rindt, you know, it's not going to be easy pulling in like these kind of speeds, you know.
Is Rindt
in the rain of anything?
Turn 2, that right-hander deal?
Rindt is the second to last corner, so
okay.
you know you've got the sweeping right-hander going down to the Red Bull Mobile, which is the last corner.
You know turn 2 though? It's
turn 2 is Remus.
Right, that corner there, and the absolute rain where everyone enters, your braking point, your braking zone there is absolutely crucial. Cannot overstate that enough. If someone gets that wrong, they're going to the back of someone else, and next thing you know, in a corking effect, and we could have several cars spun around. So, warning to all 17 drivers out there: watch your braking, guys, especially on lap 1. We're gonna have cold entries.
Peppermeat's ran out of fuel.
Ooh, not good, Peppermeat. He's 5th though.
He's got a
really
limp back to the pits.
Yeah,
he's safe. He make it through to Q3, but I don't. It doesn't feel right watching that poor McLaren, you know, just trying to limp its way back to the pits. He's got the DRS open to hopefully give him a little bit of aero.
What I worry about for Peppermeat is there's 2 laps on his softs already. So I know what we're saying. We might start an interest. If we start an interest, great. That nullifies that. But if we start on slicks, watch out. He is 2 laps on. But we shouldn't. Just saying it. I like to be that guy. Just ready with my finger going to the. Told you so.
Peppermeat though, back in Australia, back in the debut of F2, Peppermeat was one of the close drivers. I think he got a podium back in the day.
He did, yeah. He did get a podium, yeah. Very, very, very fast driver.
We can't say Peppermeat's not a contender because do keep in mind qualifying doesn't fully reflect the race unless it's Monaco, then it does. But if it's not Monaco, you could start from dead last and make an amazing position. The race is a completely different story to qualifying. So if you have very poor qualifying, don't give up. There's still more to go.
Right, I'm going to hit you over the head now with this. Watch his skunk burner, but across the line of fresh mediums. He needs that. There you are. Boom. Look at that.
Oh!
Sorry, sauce. Holy Toledo.
A 146. Unfortunately, I tried to look on the top left-hand side of my screen, and the lighting is not helping.
John Digweed's out because he won't get back around in time. Josh Kadosh on the lap. Roberts about to cross the line. Roberts currently in 12th.
Is Roberts
good lap
good?
here, otherwise he's out. It needs to be good. 4-9!
Oh, just makes it. It puts Petronas in the danger area. Petronas is going around the Red Bull Mobile. Can he save himself from being knocked out of Q2? No, he stays in 10th. Shane is safe now. The man with the cash.
Now, Shane did have the provisional pole up until only a few minutes ago. I presume, yeah, these are brand new softs he's after putting on here as well, so he can even put in a good lap here along with Josh. Josh is going to set the lap first. Let's ride him.
Oh, he runs a little bit wide going out on the Red Bull Mobile.
I don't know if that's going to help him.
No, he's out.
Still. Okay, Shane, cross the line. Where to go?
Oh no, Shane!
No.
Oh, Petronas just escapes being knocked out of Q2 by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, Petronas is sitting at home now in his chair, wiping the sweat off his eyebrow. That's what he's doing right now.
I can feel the
Correct
sweat
me if I'm
from the
wrong,
microphone. Oh, but well, the lads, you know, for doing their best. So it's sad to say, but Joker, the man with the cash, Shane, and both the Mercedes of Paita and John Digweed are out of Q2. So our top 10 for Q3 is Skunk Burner, Brundle, Jake Moore, and never mind because it decides to remove that leaderboard as I'm still going over the names. But
we'll give
you
a shout out to
gist,
everyone. I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. The chat is buzzing, so that's great to see. So it is. We've currently 19 viewers, which just went up by one. So thanks all for watching.
Hey.
We keep coming in with the chat. So as Primus was saying there, we did lose Joker, the man with the cash, unfortunately. Shane Pyatt and John Digweed. So we'll go through to our top 10
It's good to see. Yeah, it's good to see the chat really lively because, you know, everyone's all happy. They're enjoying the stream. Hello to Camo.
Yeah.
Unity Hush is helping Flaming with the setup.
Primus, real quick, who do you reckon's going to get podium? Or it's not podium, sorry.
Right. So, if I was to guess a top 3 for the session, I'd have to say...
top 3? Oh.
Yeah, I'll go for top 3 because it's going to be hard to decide. I definitely know Brundle is going to be definitely a real contender for setting a lap because Brundle has really shown his speed in F2. Jake Moore as well. So my guess it's going to be Skunk Burner pole, just close, but I think Jake Moore might just get second, followed by Brundle in third. That's my prediction.
I was going to say Skunk first in pole, Brundle second, and Moore third.
Oh, so we agree on the top 3, just a different order.
Yeah. In saying that though, Magic Mark, come on. You don't know what you never split. He says he's done no practice, but then he's in Q3. Like, what happens if he did practice?
I kind of don't believe him.
No, to be honest, I was in my head as well. I was reading his message earlier on. He says, dude, I've done no practice at all this week. And I was like, yeah, sure you haven't. Wait till you see. Just pull it out of the bag, as he always does. Man with the tricks. Magic Man.
You never know what he's going to pull out of his magic hat.
Yeah, sometimes it's an extra speedy lap, sometimes it's a rabbit.
I think Skunk Burner is going to be the first to start his flying lap. So I'll do an onboard lap with Skunk Burner. Rightio. If you guys do enjoy the run by on corners with their exact corner names, please let me know and I'll try and do more to learn on other corner names in other races. Please let me know and I'll do my best to learn them. But for now, Skunk Burner will cross the line to begin his flying lap. So going into the uphill climb of turn 1 into the Niki Lauda curve, he got right in nice on the outside on the entrance so he can get a good run into turn 1. So a very good move there by Skunk Burner. Now climbing the hill into mode 4 so he can maximise the speed. So now going into Remus. Well, infamous corner between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg in the Mercedes team back in 2016. And now going through the third DRS zone. Starting the downhill climb now. So into the sweeping right-hander of Schlossgold. So can he get a good run through there? That's quite nice and tidy. Good move there from the skunk burner. So now we're going to the two sweeping left-handers of Roush and the Verf curve. So nice run through Roush into 5th gear onto the exit and maximise the speed. Now back down to 5th through the Verf curve and keeping it stable. Maybe a little bit too much there in turn 6. No, I think that's fine. Good. Now chucking it into Rindt. Oh my god, that is really throwing it in there. Turn 8, which is going to be the Red Bull Mobile, or the 8th named corner, sorry. Going across the line with a 1.53. And then Brundle coming up with a 1.5 dead.
Across the line. Patronus is very close. No, Patronus out lap, sorry. Prism started his lap also. I think. No, Robert's coming around. Who said that in the chat? Said comms don't believe in Haas. I tell you, Unity, we are all about the Haas and the ass and everything else that goes with the head.
Oh man, the Magic Man.
4-9. I'll give him a good compliment.
It's not that we don't believe in Haas. We believe in every driver, but going by through raw pace, we cannot rule out Brundle, Skunk Burner and Jake Moore, because they've shown tremendous pace today in F2.
Oh,
but DP Roberts, okay, that's not good for the Red Bull driver. Both the Red Bull have done superb today.
There is one thing I don't believe on the Haas. That's rich energy. Yeah, I went there. I went there.
Yeah, it surprised me because I knew there was already talks of like separation of the main sponsor. I don't know how that's going to affect F1 2019 if they'll leave the sponsor in there because they might take it out.
Patronus will cross the line.
Oh, and it's a provisional pole for 149.
Wow,
and it's 400ths faster than the Magic Man.
Patronus, are you on the wheel at the minute? If you are, put it into the chat. You said we're in the pit stop. Because I know Patronus is one of the guys Patronus is very fast on the pad, and all last season he was very, very fast on the pad. But now in the last maybe 4 or 5 weeks he's after switching onto the onto the wheel, and he's only going to get faster.
Really amazing there from Patronus there. Looks like Magic Marks is beginning another lap, but his fuel light has gone on.
So who's the next one across? Brisnick's currently in Sector 3. Jake Moore is on a cooldown lap. Briz is back in, good to see.
Good to see Briz back. I'm actually really surprised to see Patronus suddenly come out of nowhere and just be like, "Oi lads, don't forget me."
Yeah, exactly. It's not from the McLaren driver. Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, I bet you're happy as well.
Yeah.
Bella McLaren putting himself up there.
In the league when most of us were in last season, Patronus was in the title fight for F3.
Oh! That was Jake Moore, who just went off there going into the Verf curve. Oh, coming out of the Verf curve, sorry. Oh, he's out of fuel. Okay, never mind. I thought he went a bit too deep or like too wide, but he's ran out of fuel.
That's the worst thing as well, because you can only get like really 2 stints in, so you need to get back in there, like, you know. McLaren showing their 2008 pace. Nice music. Oh no.
Well, I got a little bit of inspiration for commentary tonight because I watched some of the esports racing earlier and getting a little rough look on how other people commentate, and it was like a bit of inspiration.
All right.
So you know, to like pick up more on corners and, you know, being more attentive to the way the drivers go and, you know, how it's meant to be done around the track. So you could see a little bit more of a step up in my commentary, I hope, guys.
Oh, bringing it out. I like it. Don't be like me, just with like my obviously smart comments and puns. Because that's just how I roll. Some people like it, some people don't.
We all need the one bodder. We all need the one to bring out the smart comments and the nicknames. Because, you know, if someone doesn't, who will?
Well, I don't know any other commentators in any other league races that kind of do that, so I'm trying to bring an element to league racing, because It's kind of nice to sit back and watch a race, but if you're kind of like shut into your side while watching it, I think it's even better.
Well, that's what's unique about you, Bodder. You made a nickname for drivers, and you also actually made drivers step forward to request a nickname.
Yeah.
And not anyone can get that, so that is truly unique.
Yeah, it's unique. It's kind of a gift I've been given by God. I don't know much about the gift, but I'm thankful for it.
So we got PMT Briz, who is now on his outlap. So I'll
Senna as
go
well.
on board with. Oh, and Senna, yep. Who's closer, actually? Senna's not close enough, so we'll go on board with Briz. So Briz having a bit of a bumpy start to the qualifying session, but good enough to make it into Q3, so a very good run. So going into the straight, so we all know here, through turn 1 into the Niki Lauda curve. So it looks like he cut that quite nicely, although he lost a little bit of speed there, because I think he took just too much curb. But going into the second DRS zone, uphill climb, you need to make sure you get a good, nice entrance into Remus. That's quite nice, cutting the apex quite nicely. Good exit of the corner. So into the final DRS zone of the track. So now you're starting to begin the downhill descent, going into the Schloss Gold corner. So you need to make sure you get a nice tidy run in and not be too heavy on the power coming out. So again, the two sweeping left-handers we all know very well. We've got Roush, and then we've got the Verf curve. So a little bit slow there through Roush, but now into the Verf curve. Oh, I like that. Pushing it nice and heavy. Nice clean exit of both those corners. Really good. Patronus has retired from the session. He feels happy with his pole sitting lap. Now throwing it into Rindt. Now a little bit of the back end going out, but he's just goes a bit too wide.
What's really got out?
The Red Bull Mobile, and I think that invalidated his lap time. No, it didn't. It moves him up to P4, 151.
I gotta say, I think that's a bit premature. Patronus going. Maybe he thinks he can't go any faster, and maybe he's trying to save his tires for the race, something like that. I don't know. But, probably.
If it's confidence on staying on pole, it's a bit too quick to judge that. If he's saving tyres, then we could see a unique strategy come from Patronus.
Yeah.
And it looks like we did judge that right, because Senna takes provisional pole, and I can't believe I just said Senna on pole, not because of Craig Senna. I mean Ayrton Senna. You know, every time I see his name, I think of Ayrton, the F1 legend. So to hear Senna on pole is kind of an old nostalgic trip.
Well, Senna did say to me earlier on that he feels that himself and Jake Moore have the same pace, and they feel like the two of them could challenge for the win tonight. Interesting words.
Very good to hear. Confidence from both Jake Moore and Senna. And Senna just putting Patronus back down to second place. So if Patronus is preserving tyres, then this could work out for him. If he was aiming to stay in pole, then it kind of didn't work out in his favour.
No. The good thing about starting second is you're starting inside. But you're starting inside on wets. Oh, sorry, interesting. Man, the start of this race is going to be chaotic. Absolutely chaotic. I hope everyone gets through the first lap clean. I pray to God.
So we've got Skunk Burner and Peppermeat about to set their lap times. PMT Briz is retired from the session. He's happy in fifth, but keep in mind that Jake Moore, DP Robert. Oh, and it looks like Peppermeat's moved up to third place, so good move there from Pepper.
Nice one, Peppermeat. Go on, the Irish. Not sound biased or anything like that. He's also driving McLaren.
And then with Magic Marks, he's now about to cross the line. Oh, Skunk Burner takes provisional pole with a 146. Magic Marks 147.
Ah, come on, Mark, give her a break, man. No practice if you're doing this. Jeez,
whoops. Pressed the wrong button. Brundle.
It's all good.
Here we are. So we got Brundle. He's now chucking the car into Rindt. Good exit coming out now into the Red Bull Mobile. So here we go. Skunk Burner taking first place as we expected. Brundle in second place.
4-7 very flat.
And then Jake Moore. Jake Moore's going for his lap now. We'll go on board with Jake now for his flying lap. A little bit deep there, going for the Niki Lauda curve. Niki Lauda curve. So going to take the uphill climb into Remus. So he's got to get a good run
top notch.
Clip into turn 2. Good clip there on the apex. Nice move by Jake Moore into the final DRS zone. So we are now pushing it down into Schloss Gold. So you need to make sure you get a good run in. Oh, a little bit deep into Schloss Gold, but He's keeping it going. So Jake Moore needs to get a good, gets through Roush. A little bit slow going into Roush though. It looks like he might not be able to get third as we hope. Maybe as a strong exit going out of the Verth curve. So he needs to chuck it into Rint. Let's see how he does. Nice. That's a nice throw
Cruising
there
second,
into Rint.
Sixth.
Ooh,
Come on, Jake. See what you do.
Pushes, accidentally turns the DRS off.
149.
Oh, the 149.
Do you know, at Q1 we were looking at all the guys were doing like 5s, 5-1s, 5-5s. Now you're in the 4s here in Q3. This is crazy to watch.
Peppermeat. He's going around the last corner.
Oh, he lifted her off.
Improve?
No.
No, he stays 8th.
Great qualifying session though. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Watch.
Skunk Burner backs up. Oh! Almost,
Skunk and Magic having a bit of fun here, huh? A bit of fun.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
I didn't catch that malicious there now. From my point of view, that actually looked like two were just having a bit of fun on track.
I didn't see what was going on, and like the first moment I look at Magic Marks, I just see like Skunk Burner and him playing, but I didn't see it as playing at first. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna crash. But then then it's just a little bit of play fight. You know, the session's already over. They've backed off. There's no way they could actually set a lap.
Now, Primus, let me hit you with this. Skunk is starting on pole. Right, we said that. We said Brundle as well. Who else we say? Jake Moore. Okay, so we're wrong about Jake Moore. The Magic Man got it in third. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. The Magic Man is sitting behind Skunk. Two best friends. And they're starting on inters, possibly. If Magic Mark doesn't get his braking right, he's going into the back of his friend. Now, that sounds awful, I just said there. After me saying it. But we don't want an accident, basically what I'm trying to say.
Do not. I hope that we could see a really great battle from the lads. You know, a nice clean start though. I know rain isn't the easiest thing to cope with, but it'll be nice to see a clean start. So our top 10 consist of Skunk Burner on provisional pole after performing amazingly with a 146. Brundle, second place, as we predicted. Brundle coming in second place, and we could see a real battle between Skunk and Brundle. Magic Marks, third place. Blooming good drive there to get third. Amazing drive. DP Roberts in fourth. Senna in fifth, which is still pretty good for the Red Bull, starting near the top. Charismic sixth. Petronas seventh, followed by Peppermeat behind him. Jake Moore ninth after getting a bit of a bad run in Q3. And PMT Briz rounds off the last driver in Q3.
Great qualifying session. And you know what, as I said before, and I say this the whole time, except unless you're in Monaco or street race, something like that, but like, you get 0 points for qualifying. 0 points for qualifying. It's all in the race.
Yeah. Well, we're now in the rain, so we keep an eye out for how this session turns out. So, everyone, please, a little bit of fun for us while waiting for the drivers to ready up. Please put in the comments in the chat what you think is going to happen for the winner. Like, who do you think is going to win? Because we may have Skunk Burner on pole, but you never know. We might see a really good fight from Senna. We might see maybe Brundle come out of nowhere. What do you guys think? Here's some opinions from you guys. So get you involved.
Yeah, come on, let's hear it in the chat. Let's hear it in the chat. How many viewers do we have at the minute? 20 viewers. All right, we're going up the way. That's good.
Superb.
To see. Yeah, I think we had 26. I think last week. It was good to see. Crockery finishes first as Brave Container.
Braver Container's confident in the performance from Cross Kerry. So, I mean, I admire him, giving Cross Kerry the sort of confidence boost.
That's possible. That's the great thing about this. We're already in the rain. Immediately that throws out your, like, when you're practicing during the week, like, oh yeah, I'll do like medium soft, mediums to hards, whatever. That immediately throws that strategy out the window. You're now think on your head, and you have to think, when am I going to pit? I'm going to pit too soon, too late, and if you nail it just right, you could jump 5 or 6, maybe 10 spots. It's racing. That's what it's about.
I'm going to take this quick moment, Bodder, to quickly go to the toilet. So if anyone readies up beforehand and, we're doing the formation lap and I'm not here, you just go over the formation lap. But I highly doubt that'll happen because I have faith that the drivers will wait for the host. So I'm going to quickly go to the toilet.
That's a big 10-4 now, buddy. And while we're saying that, we're talking about myself being the nickname creator. got a message from a driver. I'm not going to mention names because I'm not like that. But he just says, I heard your nickname creator. I'll be waiting, he says. Waiting for his nickname. Rascari is getting the podium, says Brave Container. See if everyone's starting on inters. I'm excited to see how the first turn and the second turn go. After that, I think we'll be okay. I think everyone will slot into place and we'll go single file. It's the problem of too wide into turn one, too wide into turn two, possibly. But hopefully, after that straight, everyone will kind of filter into their position. To me, just there comes a point in the opening lap where you have to kind of say, I'm just going to slot in behind you. I'm just going to take the position, let it develop for a lap or two, then we begin battling. This whole notion of, yeah, I'll get them on the inside and I'll dive in and get like 2, 3, 4, 5 spots in turn one. It doesn't work in league racing. It doesn't work in real life. And that's what we're trying to portray here.
Oh, I am back.
Okay, so Camo just asked what's my setup. My setup is a 3-4 wing with 100% diff because I like to hit the diff and I like the car spinning sideways.
So everyone's cheering on.
Well, you can say Boda for F1. You can say me for F1 if you want, but that's my sideways pace, yeah? Okay? I don't think we have a league yet for sideways pace, but if we did have a league for sideways pace, it would be me.
Oh, PMT Briz readied up.
Braver's calling no Camo in the chat. Brilliant.
But PMT Briz readied up before the host.
Oh, I missed that.
Know the rules. Yeah, PMT Briz readied up before Roberts did. So, you know, we know the rules, boys. But anyways, formation lap is going underway. So, Bodder, I will let you take the lead for the formation.
Oh, Primus, you're a gem. Thank you so much. Okay, starting from the back, we have AMS Phoenix. I think that stands for like Alien Motorsport or something like that. I follow him on Twitter, so he's actually very active on Twitter, which is good to see. So he is in the Toro Rosso Honda powered. Love it. In 17th, in 16th, Irishman Cross Carey. 15th, John Digweed in his, look how wet it is out there in his Mercedes. Pieter in the other Mercedes in 14th. 13th is Shane in his Pink Panther. 12th, come on, give it to me. The man with the cash. Josh. He's got it. He's in the first of the Ferraris here in 12th. And in 11th, we have the other Toro Rosso Honda powered Joker. Well, no jokes here, okay? PMT Briz in 10th. In the other Ferrari. 9th is Jake Moore. Watch out for Jake tonight. If anyone's going to be going forward and challenging the guys up front, it's this guy. It might not happen in open laps, but it will happen around, as I said, pit stop times. When he be coming in, trying to get the undercut, maybe the overcut, we don't know. We'll have to watch, find out. That'll be an interesting story as this develops throughout the race. 8 is Peppermeat, the first in McLaren's. 7th is Patronus, his partner in crime. 6th, Kebab Mix? There we go, I got it right. Charisma in 6th in the Alpha. Fiat, posh Fiat if you want to call it like that. In 5th, our top 5, Senna in the Red Bull. 4th is DP Robertson, the Haas. Hopefully he'll be bringing it home. In 3rd, we have the Magic Man, who did no practice this week, but still manages to get 3rd in Q3. I don't know how he does it, but he's in the Pink Panther with Brundle in between the two friends here. Brundle is in between Magic Mark and Skunk, who are good friends in real life. Brundle in the Renault sitting in 2nd. Inside, going into turn 1 with our pole position is Skunk. I don't know about you.
Did you notice that Magic Marks was lagging a little bit?
No, I didn't actually notice that at all.
He started skitching about on the track.
I have been told by at least 2 F2 drivers that although we see it on stream, they don't see it when they're following him.
Oh, okay.
So that's because I asked that question too.
So we are rounding up the grid now for the Austrian Grand Prix in F2. I am excited for this, Bodder. So
yeah, man.
Let's get
everyone's
this
interest,
show
right?
on the road. There we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights.
Go, go,
And
go,
away
go,
we
go.
go for F2 in Austria. Leading is Skunkburner, followed by Brundle going down the inside. Who
Brundle
gets a
takes
good
him to the
run
inside.
on Skunkburner. He
They're
takes the
four wide.
lead. Oh, got a little bit of a... we've got a McLaren cutting the first corner. So we've got DP Roberts moving up into third after taking the Magic Man on the start. But the Magic Man is appropriately responding, going down the outside, going into Remus. So can we see Roberts defend third place? But yeah, Senna is getting a little look.
Everyone's out.
A little bit of a tap.
Good.
That's quite a tame start for F2.
Very tame start. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Fantastic. Everyone obviously must have been listening to me in Q2. That's fantastic here.
Brundle taking the lead though, going into turn 1. He got an amazing start. I think that rain dance actually did benefit him massively. And looks like we've got a little bit of a battle there between the two Ferraris of PMT Briz and the man with the cash.
Yeah, man with the cash looking to get into the points. That's what he's looking to do.
Ooh,
slightly bit loose or something like that.
John Digweed.
Yeah. So if the two
Roberts has moved into second place, going down the inside into Rint on Skunkburner, side by side, but Skunkburner backs off and into the Red Bull Mobile. Roberts is in second place, but it looks like Skunkburner is all over the gearbox of that Haas, going into the Niki Lauda curve. It's still DP Roberts in first. Magic Man is following up behind Skunkburner, and it looks like Senna is getting a little bit of a slipstream to Magic Marks. So going round the outside into Remus. Could we see Lewis Hamilton and Rosberg move? No, it's quite a nice move. Round the outside goes Skunkburner.
Very tame.
Roberts side by side going.
Oh, look at the wiggle from the Williams. Just trying to put the power down. Not there for him.
Oh, it looks like Skunkburner
taking inside.
Did it?
Not there.
Oh, into the Schloss curve. It looks like Charismix and Senna's run a little wide there. And looks like we got yellow flags in the second sector. Who are they?
Yeah, it's just guys running a bit deep. You can't see anyone spinning around like that. It's just guys running a bit slow.
Oh, okay, that's a relief. So now going into lap 3 of the Austrian Grand Prix, it's Brundle, followed by Skunkburner, Roberts and Magic Marks in fourth, with Senna in fifth place. So it's been a very good start. A lot of battles already in the top 5. RSF1 Senna has basically just kept the door shut on anyone who could potentially damage the front row fight. But look at that, Brundle's pulling away on Skunkburner.
Yep, and we have Heiser and Briz into the pits already. So they must have had damage. I noticed on lap 1, I think we had a yellow flag in sector 3. There must have been Shane or something like that. Because Shane was about 4 seconds back, but he's already getting on the back of AMS Phoenix and John Digweed going around side by side.
But it looks like we've got Jake Moore going down the inside on Remus, on RSF1 Patronus. Can he make the move? No, he can't. But now Charismix is going to go round the outside of the Red Bull. It's going to be side by side going out of Remus there between Jake Moore and Charismix. So this is a good fight. The kebab man, look at that, he's all over the back of Jake.
Right at the back.
Going round the outside into the Schlossgold curve. Can he do it? It looks like Jake got a nice tidy run there. But it looks like Charismix is going to stay on the inside. Going into Rain. Yeah,
Jake needs to back off. No, Jake throws it in there.
It's still side by side. Charismix backed off for a second. Was there any damage? No, he's fine. He's fine. Right, we got a yellow flag in the second sector.
That is Briz is off. The hill in sector 2. And he retired on track.
He's retired on track. Oh, this is
the car is doing a 3-point turn on turn 2. If there's any engineers out there at the minute, please tell him there's a car doing a 3-point turn on turn 2. Okay, he's pulling over to the left now.
Please, everyone, please be careful and watch out for the AI cars.
Yeah, AI cars are pulling over to the left of the track on turn 2.
Oh, that is not. It's gone from bad to worse. Worse for PMT Briz. He just couldn't handle the wet, and Austria being we got a virtual safety car being deployed because of PMT Briz.
Yeah, you can retire on track. It's in the rules, guys. Right, our shoes will have to deal with that after.
On the bright side, though, a virtual safety car gives PMT Briz's AI enough time to either get into the pits and be out of the way, or find a slip road. But we don't know what's going to happen because obviously the AI car will probably do its best to stay out. But at least now we won't catch his car.
I've seen the car pulled over to the left, and it's like as if the stewards will just pull it out. So I think it'll disappear.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So it looks like
I'm running
PNT
on
Briz
board
is out
with
the way.
Hyder at the minute. And yeah, the Ferrari's been being moved off track, so that's all good. So we're green flag, back in the air, ready to go.
And we are back to racing, and it looks like DP Roberts is trying to catch back up to the Williams of Skunkburner. So we've already seen some good battle here between Skunkburner and everyone else at the top. Roberts running a little bit wide going out of the final corner, but you know, we're going to look past that. He's still driving amazingly.
Peppermeat's on the back end of that Red Bull. Oh, there's such a battle here for four. This is fantastic.
Oh yeah. So it looks like maybe going into Ramus could Peppermeat maybe make the move on RSF1 Senna. We'll just keep watching on for now. Oh yeah, I need to change it now. Change the board.
Josh
there we go. Tyres.
And Chrismic. The two of them are kind of sitting on the back of Jake Moore at the minute, so I'll keep an eye on that as
Cross
well.
carries on wets.
Wow.
Is this a mistake on Cross Carry's behalf, or is it actually worsening? It looks like it's actually getting really bad right now.
Yeah, you think that, but you gotta go, Jake. Oh, Chris has made a mistake. Come out the car, she's gone by him.
Where's Chris? Oh,
just
that's
starting
not going
second
to do Chrismic any good.
Oh, the back end is coming out for Chrismic. So yeah, you're right. We could be seeing guys coming in for wets. So you know the way whenever you go into a race and it says, oh yeah, after trying mates are going to go dry. Well, dynamic. Hello. Jeff could have come over the radio and said, yeah, we're going to be doing wets for the next rest of the race. You never know how this game works. It is Cody's after.
It doesn't look like the guys though are too affected. Skunkburner sets the fastest lap of the race on the Inters. I think Cross Kerry might have accidentally made a mistake on going onto the wets.
With Skunkburner setting that lap, that is a mental message to Brundle. I'm coming for you.
Oh, Camo has put heavy rain soon in the chat.
What?
Cross Kerry could have basically made a call in advance.
Alright, Kentish, how are you? I see he's joined us on the chat. Nice one. Heavy rain soon. Man, that's gonna be crazy. Sent on the back of Magic Man. Gonna make a dive. He has. He's made a dive. Oh, they contact.
Oh, they touched. No contact. Going into the Schlossgold curve, but it looks like Senna keeps fourth place. But Mark's on my screen. He's just. I think he's lagging. It might just be me. But Marks is the only car that I'm seeing is having problems. Because for me, he just ran off.
I'm watching on board here with Peppermeat because I'm wide on board now with Peppermeat, so I'll see it if he is on my screen. I haven't seen it as of yet.
Little slight movement. The chat could probably, well, no, the stream will probably see it because obviously it's from my point of view. But yeah, you know, we can't call it yet. But Skunkburner sets another fastest lap of the race, so really good work from Skunk.
Yeah. So if heavy rain is coming, how long is the heavy rain going to last for? Is it worth going on to the wets? All these questions now are coming to my head. Thank you so much though for that information, Camo, because now my head is going, in calculations in my head now we're going, okay, if I go now at lap 10, can I go the hards the rest of the way if it goes dry and all this? Oh man.
DP Roberts has made DPS Racing has said Cross Kerry will make a couple of positions but will have worse tyres, and then Top Notch agrees saying, yeah, they're going to be burning up. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting for Cross Kerry because if they do go on the wets, he will have the worst tyres. Peppermeat, he makes it up into 6th place past Petronas. I think we might be seeing team orders there.
Possibly. So Camo just put in the chat there saying Senna said he wasn't lagging for him. That's in reference to Magic Mark. So it looks all good there for Magic Mark, which is good to see because we like to see him racing.
Okie dokie, that's good to know. At least the Magic Man is not lagging. We can still see some battles going on. And Peppermeat, speaking of battles on the Magic Man, Peppermeat is gaining on that racing point.
Yeah, the two McLarens are coming for that racing point.
Yeah, I think Petronas. Oh, we got Man with the Cash running a little bit wide going out the last corner. He manages to rejoin nicely. So good recovery there.
Yeah, Jake Moore. It just seems like
heavy rain only lasting 5 minutes.
Okay, that's not worth going to wet sim. Okay, you're doing a 25-second pit stop for a 5 minute, which is 5 laps essentially. Not worth it. You're better off staying on inters. Take it nice and calm.
Yeah, Jake Moore does look like he's been held up by Petronas, which is backing him up into the Man with the Cash, who is hungry for that 8th place.
I was just watching the board there. Oh, Josh McDosh is making a move inside.
Down the inside, going into Sloshgold. Can he do it? Yes, Jake Moore runs a little bit too wide going into that corner, side by side going out of Sloshgold.
Oh, they're still
So now side by on the outside going into Roush. And look at that, the man of the cash has done it. He's stuck it into
around the
Roush.
outside as well. He did the same maneuver to Krismic. Do you remember that him and Krismic were side by side the same turn? He's after doing the exact same move on Jake Moore.
Amazing move there by the man of the cash, and the best part is he's already a second off of Patronus. All that work that that Jake Moore did to keep up with the the McLaren. He's having a little bit of trouble though keeping out of keeping in the track on the last corner. It's probably because of how slippery the track is, but he's doing his best. John Digweed with a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, well, you have to remember
that's the first penalty.
He's got really wide. Jake's got a really wide turn one. You have to remember as well, 8 laps have been done in these inters. The good thing is though, they're all on the same boat. Every driver here has done 8 laps, unless you're Joke or Bite or Crosscare in the wets. Well, I reckon the guys are going to start the field now, especially if heavy rain's coming in and you're sitting on inters. You want to take it easy, because if you spin out now, this could be the end of your race. Take it nice and handy for the next 5 minutes, guys.
Jake Moore is being pressured by Charismix and trying to keep up with Josh of Dodge. It looks like the man with the cash just struggled for a little bit there. I think it's now transitioning to the wet weather, because I'm noticing a lot more drivers are struggling now to maintain grip, as it's been pointed out by Top Notch.
Yeah, it's a good point there, Top Notch. So I
look at Brundle, he's struggling for grip.
Yeah. So is Skunk though. Skunk has dropped off the pace a small bit. He's now 3/10 behind Brundle than he was setting fastest laps. Maybe
could we see a small moment?
Skunk, did you see that? Turn one. Turn one is a right-hander. Okay, his steering wheel was pointing left, midway through that corner.
Oh my god! I was on like like a TV camera, so all I just saw was like the back of the car going through. I actually didn't get to see that wheel, but crikey, I bet that was scary.
Yeah, I think it was for him as well. Yeah, remember as well, Skunk drives no traction control. This guy, you know, you want 1,000 horsepower in these cars. You have to be so subtle on the accelerator.
Oh, Peppermeat is gaining more on the Magic Man.
There's
a battle brewing between the man of the cash and Patronus, but it looks like going into Slosh Gold, the man of the cash just can't seem to keep the stability.
No, and this is now the point of the race where heavy rain is coming in, as we've been told. This is where your setup comes in. So as a driver at the start of the race, did you set your car for the wet, or did you set your car for the dry? If you set the car for the dry, you're going to have a very loose race car. If you set the car for the wet start, you could be at an advantage here, and now's your time to make up positions.
That's a very good point there from Bodder, and also pointed out by Camo, high chance of spins now, so that there's no point in putting on the wet tyres.
No, 0 points.
So we could see maybe some spins. Yeah, he has. I think he's learned his lesson. But the man with the cash goes a little bit wide there, going into the Niki Lauda curve.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. You can run wide, as long as you're running wide onto obviously tarmac or concrete, or you run wide onto gravel. Boom, around your car is going, unfortunately. Sorry.
Look how he's pressurising the McLaren of Patronus. Patronus is just trying to hold off that Ferrari, but that Ferrari is just slowly gaining. He just needs to work on the exit of corners.
Yeah, but he's where Josh is now, right? He's, you know, when you're driving and you have that 1 or 2 arrows, the white arrows behind you, it can let you know how far away that driver is behind you. Okay, Patronus is sitting in his car and he still has about 1.5 white arrows. So that's stressful. Well, it is for me. I don't know about you, Primus, but if you're in front of a car,
that would be,
and you're behind, there's a car behind you, 11 laps in, and there's still a car behind you, trailing you, ready, pushing you, waiting for a mistake.
He's gaining on Jake Moore.
Jake Moore, yeah. I say Jake is just
you heard a little bit of sneezing there. That was my dog.
Oh right, I thought that was like a swoosh or something like that.
It's his playful sneezes. It's sort of like, you know, for attention, but he likes to be playful. But it looks like Charismix is backed up. Oh, the man with the cash has gone wide, going into the Niki Lauda curve.
Yeah, and that's fine. You won't really get like a corner cut penalty for that as long as you lift and kind of don't get an advantage from the cutting.
it's not doing him any good.
A bad mix. Very close into the back of Jake Moore there. The time is breaking superbly.
So the battle between these lot are quite close. I mean, Peppermeat is still on the back of the Magic Marks. Magic Marks is still trying to gain on the Red Bull of Senna. Jake Moore loses it a little bit going into the Sloshgold curve, which allows Charismix to get even closer. So Jake Moore, I just don't think he's coping well with the rain, which is allowing...
This is what I was saying a few minutes ago about the setups. I bet you a fiver. I bet you a pint even, right? I bet you that Jake Moore has bet his race on a dry race. And his setup is based on dry. He wants the dry to come. He needs to get his slicks on, because that's how he's going to start moving forward. Because it looks like at the minute he's not coping on the inters.
He needs that, and it looks like he knows Charismix is getting even closer, because he's now breaking off the slipstream between him and the car behind. But Charismix is still pressurising the back of that Red Bull. Look how close he is. Peppermeat is only a moment away from making the move on Magic Marks.
I really wouldn't.
Backs off.
Oh.
So
That's
Magic Man defends.
When you're the driver in front, and next thing you see those two little white arrows getting more and more solid and solid and solid, you're like, oh, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. I said I was happy.
Peppermeat's going to go down the inside on Sloshgold, because Magic Mark's just lost the rear end. Sorry about that, but going.
He's not. I don't think so.
Into the sweeping left-hander, Senna is losing it a little bit. Well, notice the Red Bull and the Racing Point are just losing the back end a little bit, going into the to the fast corners. Peppermeat goes a little bit deep though.
How long can these inters?
Nah, I think this battle's calmed down for a moment. I don't know. I think the inters could be good for, I'd say maybe roughly 14 laps, depending on how hard you're pushing them. But knowing these lads, they're pushing them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially if you're told at the start of the race, you're doing 20 minutes.
Oh, Jake Moore. First go in.
Is Jake Moore going? I'm going to watch Jake Moore. You can stay on the front runner. I'm going to stay on Jake Moore, see what he goes on to here.
More inters. I think the inters are starting to go now. This could maybe bring Jake back into play.
I don't know, it's a risky, bold move by Jake. I probably wouldn't have done it myself. But depending on how his tyres are feeling, especially with his setup or his diff right like that, the way his thing set up with his brake bias, he might be better off. Yeah, you're right. Just change on to
10 minutes left of rain.
See, I don't know if that was worth it.
Down the inside goes Peppermeat on Magic Marks. Magic Marks struggled again on the same corner, but Peppermeat almost had him. But Magic Marks shut the door on that McLaren, so it looks like Peppermeat just backed off for a moment to bide his time, because he saw how strong that defence was from the Magic Man. That was good response there from both of them. That was a very spectacular block there.
Yeah, had to be done. Just going back to Jake Moore real quick. I don't know about you, Primus, but I think it was a bad move. The track is starting to dry now. He held out for maybe a few more laps. It would be in drier condition.
Peppermeat, 3-second penalty, and I do agree with you. With only 10 minutes left of the rain, the only sort of thing that can come out of doing this is maybe catching back up to the pack. But all you've really done is lost time. They're all on worn inters. Man the cash, 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I think pitting for another set of intermediates was probably the wrong call. John Bigweed has just done the same thing. He's pitting. I think he's going to be on the intermediates as well. This could accidentally trigger off another chain of events, because you never know. They'll see these people pitting, and it could encourage others to maybe go, oh yeah, I need to pit as well, and it could cause pit chaos.
The only thing I'd say about that is if I see guys like that pitting for fresh inters, I'm straight away onto the radio, onto my engineer going, what's his lap times? Because if his lap times are fast, yes, I'll come in and get a new set of tyres. If not, I'm staying out waiting for the rain to stop.
The battle between Peppermeat and Magic Marks is still brewing, but it looks like Marks is still just amazingly holding off the McLarens, because do keep in mind Petronas let Peppermeat go by because he needed Peppermeat to get past Marks, but Peppermeat is just struggling to get past him, and in the meantime, the Kebab Man has gone in. I think what I said might be coming into fruition, because if he's going on to slicks, then it could be an odd move, but if it's on inters, Yeah, it's on Inters. I think
So,
John
what
Digweed's pit stop might have just... Oh, he had a stop and go. Did he? No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. What
Peppermint,
could be seen is... Oh, side by side.
Oh, going into the Schlossgold curve. Can Peppermint keep the move? They both lose the back end! But he falls back, but he keeps it behind, directly behind him. Skunk Burner and Magic... Skunk Burner's off!
Missed it.
It's a battle between Skunk Burner and Roberts. Oh no, I
Skunk
think there
is
might
really
be
slowed down.
damage.
I'm checking here for Skunk. I don't see any damage on Skunk. I say he just hit the gravel, maybe a bit of a spin or something like that. But he's losing serious time to Roberts at the minute.
Senna is going to catch up to Skunk Burner. No, Senna's going in.
Senna's penting, yeah. So I wonder, are we seeing, could the Inters only do 16, 17 laps? Have the Inters actually come to the end of their life? There's no point going on. There's no point continuing on these Inters if they're at 60% wear, because you're just going to have a puncture. We're seeing more and more Brundle's in as well. The Renault's in.
Oh my god, this could be incredible. DP Roberts takes the lead of the race, while Skunk Burner follows in second place. Magic Man is in third. Peppermeat fourth, who is still putting the pressure on, going down the inside. Side by side again, going into this DRS zone. Oh my god, Peppermeat is giving everyone a show. Look at him go.
He's right in the back of the Pink Panther. Pulls out.
Oh, and down the inside goes Peppermeat into Magic Marks. Magic Marks goes a little bit deep, going into the corner there, side by side, coming out of the Schlossgold curve. It looks like they're still going side by side into the sweeping left-hander. Peppermeat has to back off, and it allows Magic Marks to redefend the position. It's a really good driving, cross carry, fastest lap of the race in 16th place.
Is at the back, watching all this unfold in front of me, watching Peppermeat, his teammate, battling with Magic Man. He needs something to happen here. He to get by. Will the front runners now start to pit as well? We've already seen Brundle pit. We've seen Senna pit, Charisma's pit, Jake Moore pit. Are we going to see the front runners pit? Roberts has 17 laps done in his Inters.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know how long this rain's going to last, because do keep in mind the rain will stop, but he still needs to give time for the track to dry up. It looks like Magic Mark's got a bad run there into turn one, but yeah, if he risks it, we could see Roberts maybe get a penalty. Not penalty, a puncture.
Puncture, yeah, possible.
I said the wrong word there. We could see a possible puncture if he keeps riding these tyres out, because we don't know how much these can do. A battle between Peppermeat and Magic Marks is brewing again, side by side, going into the Schlossgold curve. It's their favourite corner for these fights. And look at that! Magic Man going around the outside on Petronas. Four-man fight going into the Schlossgold curve.
Petronas is now saying he's had enough, he's getting involved as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Magic Marks defends again. Oh, round the outside goes Peppermeat. They're still fighting going.
They're still fighting. This is for fourth, essentially, guys. 4 cars battling.
And look at that. Place. This has not done Peppermeat any good, because if he can't get past Magic Marks, the man with the cash is going to make the attack.
Yeah. Just real quick as well, I just want to interject. Camo's just come on the chat saying the Inters won't make it. The Inters won't make it, so they have to pit on 2 Inters.
They have to do it, which means this could possibly work out for Brundle, but everyone's on 18-lap-old tyres. Can they hold out? That's the question. Brundle, fastest lap of the race. Oh, a little bit of a tap there on the back of Magic Marks there. Peppermeat just touches the back there. Doesn't look like there's any damage. And the man with the cash is going to make an attack on the McLaren, going into Ramos. Can he do it? Maybe.
That's a message.
Side by side.
The whole grid.
Oh, and Petronas stealthily comes in and takes back fifth place.
Petronas says, that's my place, I'm taking it. It pushes them over there.
Oh my god.
Although very clean racing.
McLaren are my favourite today for these battles. Look at that. Side by side between Peppermeat, Magic Marks and Joshua Dosh. Look at that. Peppermeat has got on third place again off of the Magic Man. But it's still side by side going out.
The track is drying. The temps must be overheating on the tyres.
Peppermeat has taken third place.
And Petronas took back from the man with the cash.
It's a great
small bit of damage as well on the front right of the wing. He's missed his end plate.
AMS Phoenix was in 16th place back in the start.
Yeah, but remember all the rest of the guys are pitted. Yeah, all the rest of the guys are pitted. And Brundle's after setting the fastest lap as well, so that sends a message out to the rest of the grid saying new Inters work.
Magic Man's pitted. which is allowing Petronas to move up to 4th place. Man with a cash up as well. Everyone's moving up positions. It could be important to make the move now. If we don't see anyone pit now and keep trying to ride these Inters out, we could be looking at punctures, which could be the downfall of these drivers. And it looks like Senna's gotten past the Magic Man as well. So the Red Bull might have called it well, because the most of the grid still has to pit.
Phoenix, is it? Yeah, Phoenix and Josh. No, Josh takes it. Primus, I just had a thought. Who's going to be the big winner of all these pit stops? Who was the man that called it?
I have no idea. It's going to be a complete cluster.
Jake Moore
Jake Moore and
Jake
Senna.
Moore went in first. If you pit now, you're pitting too late essentially, because you're not getting the most out of your second set of Inters. Jake Moore called it. Fair play to him.
So we could potentially see the Red Bull actually make a bounce back, because Brundle, Senna and Jake Moore, Charismic's on top as well, are the cars that have pitted onto fresh Inters. The man with the cash is under pressure from AMS Phoenix. Phoenix backs off.
That's crazy to say that. Phoenix was like second last or something here once. He was last. He started last, didn't he?
Yeah, he was dead last.
Now he's in 6th place, right in the back of 5th place, the man with the cash.
Oh, and he's going to maybe look on the inside. The track is definitely drying. I'm no longer seeing much of a spray anymore.
So we're waiting
Roberts
for the all-important DRS is enabled. But we're not going to see that until the rain actually physically stops. As he looks inside, Toro Rosso looks inside of the Ferrari. Nope, not there. Joshua Dash goes on again.
Brundle is gaining on Phoenix. Tomo has just said in the chat McLaren will have a problem with pit strategy, because they both need to prioritise on who goes first and who stays out an extra lap. How can we work this out? I have no idea. But anyways, it looks like Phoenix has fallen back off of the man with the cash, and it looks like Brundle is now starting to get a little look at the back of that Toro Rosso.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, Tomo. So boys, it's a stack. How is that going to work? One's going to have to pick it, which means one's going to lose out.
Let's keep an eye on the pair of them now. Let's see who makes the move. No one. Both McLarens are
Skunk's
staying
in,
out.
Skunk's in.
DRS is now enabled. It's
Skunk is
drying
in.
up.
He's going to have to switch now to the slicks straight away. He's going to quick reaction here, because he can't go on to the other side of Inters.
If he's on a set of Inters, this could be
They're all
a
in.
very
Joshua
horrible
Dash,
turn of
Brundle's
events.
in, Shane's in.
He's on the softs. Skunkburn is on the softs.
Yep, Skunk's on the softs. Shane, softs, yes. Joshua Dash is on the wets though.
Brundle's on the medium. What's Josh doing?
Josh is on the wets. Josh, you're killing me, dude. Killing me.
He made a mistake.
No.
This is not wet weather tyre weather.
He's pressed too far on the right. You know when you're going in selecting your tyre, real quick. He's oh no.
Oh, this has ruined his race. Look at him struggling going into the second corner.
Oh, Josh.
This is playing well into Skunkburner's hands.
Here. Look at this. He's got softs.
He is going to get out in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Roberts has gone into the pits now. And it's going to... Oh, this is definitely going to be bad for the McLaren. They're both going to double stack.
Phoenix, they all need to pit now.
Oh,
so Pepper's been the first one in. They're stacking.
Oh, this is not good for the McLaren team. Everyone who was on the Inters did. I think that Roberts has made the right judgment call on dragging out those intermediates.
Skunkburner's about to go past fly him now. Yeah, I say they'd be very happy to get rid of those old Inters.
Oh, it looks like Roberts is going to stay out.
Roberts keeps the lead.
Messed up.
Roberts keeps the lead. That's massive.
He kept the lead. That was an amazing overcut there.
The
from
only
Roberts.
thing is, though, Skunk might have to stop again, will he? The softs.
Everyone on the soft compound tyre will have to stop again. Everyone on the mediums could go to the end.
I don't know that. Who would know that? Camo might know that. Camo, can the softs go to the end?
Bad call from McLaren. I agree with Tomo there. Yeah. And look at that. It's put Petronas well down to 11th.
Yeah, it's like you're talking an extra 5 seconds for the stack. It doesn't work in the game like it does in real life. Like if you know the way like Mercedes did in real life in China, where Valtteri was like 5 or 6 seconds behind him.
Wow. 3-second penalty to Roberts.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to, because Skunk is going to catch up to him. Skunk is on the soft, so he's going to catch him anyway.
He's flying on those tyres. Look, that Skunk was cutting down the time from like 3.4 seconds to 2.9. I definitely was going to call fastest lap of the race at a 1:10.0.
Okay, so Cam was up saying yes, the softs should go down the race, but Tom was saying no, the softs will be screaming, mediums is the tire to go. So we're seeing mixed strategy here, guys. If it was me, I'd probably go mediums, to be honest. I think the safer bet and go mediums. Excuse me.
I agree. Brundle is all over the back of Peppermeat, going into Ramus, into the second corner, round the outside.
Side by
goes
side.
Brundle with Peppermeat, a little bit of contact going out the corner, but they're still side by side. But Peppermeat, and no one's got the DRS because they were both probably side by side in the activation zone, so the game couldn't let either of them have it. So it's just a matter of who backs down, side by side into the slush car. Peppermeat touches Brundle.
Brundle had to save it real quick.
That was definitely a touch there, but Brundle manages to keep it on the track and stays directly on the back of that McLaren. That was a good little save there. But do keep in mind, while this is happening, Shane is gaining on Brundle.
Yeah, Shane's on the softs as well, so he's going to gain on Brundle. Skunk,
apparently you can do 23 laps on softs, according to the Braver Container.
The game might tell you that, but I doubt you could do 23 laps on softs. Okay, Unity, an F1 driver has actually come in the chat and says, I would go softs. Well, I guess that's why he's F1 and I'm 3.
Oh, Shane is going to make the move on Brundle, going down the inside.
Oh, bit of contact. Ever so slightly.
Bit of contact there. But Shane has to back off because Brundle got a better exit, but he's within the DRS range, so Shane can bide his time. Oh, look at that. Brundle got a bad run into the slush gold curve, which allowed Shane to instantly make up that time after having to back off there on turn 2. So really good move there from Shane.
Phoenix is looking hot today, so look at that. He's still in 6th place. He's on softs, and he's right on the back of Shane as well.
This could be an incredible day for everyone here. Oh, Phoenix is looking to get a little peek there on Shane, but because going into Rint, I don't think he wanted to risk it. Brundle goes a little bit wide there, going out of the last corner. Shane might make the move into the Niki Lauda curve.
He is, he's going for it. He's looking.
No DRS though.
Oh, Phoenix!
Oh,
no, in front of him! Shane goes round right in front of Phoenix!
And that collected Phoenix!
No, Phoenix is okay, got away with it. I think he might have got a small bit of damage. I'm waiting to have a look. No, 2 end plates are intact.
Oh, that
Phoenix
was
got away.
not
Very
a good
lucky.
move there.
Very lucky.
Well, Skunkburner's made the move on DP Roberts, but he locks up going into the slush gold curve, and Roberts is staying on the back of that Williams. Oh my God, this is mental, Bodder. We've had a wet race start, amazing moves from Brundle at the beginning. He's fallen down to 4th. Skunkburner's just on the softs. He could be risking it going on to softs. DP Roberts is probably taking a real taking a pro safe move.
Well, I think Roberts is guaranteeing 2nd. Roberts is guaranteeing basically a podium by going for the mediums. Skunk, like the guys in the chat are saying, yeah, you can do it on the softs. Yeah, it might be fine for 10 laps, but after that, they just scream.
Oh, Roberts got another 3-second
another
penalty.
3-second
That's
penalty.
6 seconds.
That's not going to do him any favours.
Tomo said Shane should have backed off there with that collision with RSF1 Brundle.
No comment.
It's not our comment, guys. It's not our place to decide that. You know, we're just here to
Charisma goes past Joker.
Race.
You don't turn 1. Oh, Joker cut the corner. John Dewey set another fastest lap.
It's doing really good, and look at that. It looks like Joker's now responding to
Charisma's taking the inside.
Around the outside,
turn 2.
going to Toro Rosso. No, maybe
bit of contact.
Oh, they're still fine. I can't see any damage.
It's all good.
That's Toro Rosso. It's riding the back of that. Oh, look at that defense from Charismix. That is amazing defense.
Yeah.
That wasn't dirty, because do keep in mind the outside is the racing line. So all Charismix did was rejoin the racing line. So that was good defense, but he runs a little bit bad into Roush. Oh, it looks like we've lost AMS. Well, someone's gone off maybe. No, it's not. Brundle has moved
Nope.
into third place and attacking Peppermeat. And Peppermeat is now going on the inside into the Niki Lauda curve. Let's see what happened here. Yep, he sticks it. Nice move there from Peppermeat. But Brundle is coming back. It's side by side going into DRS zone. Peppermeat has got no DRS, while Brundle has got, not DRS, ERS. While Brundle's got it all plus the DRS. John Digweed is setting lap after lap.
Lap after lap. Quality laps, brilliant.
So now DRS assistance on the McLaren. It's now going down the inside to Brundle. Peppermeat has astounded us with some amazing battles with the Magic Man and with Brundle. Look at that, side by side, again, going out the sauce cut. Oh, we've lost the Magic Man.
Magic Mark! What happened? I missed that, he's down
he lagged
13th.
out. Oh dear, this is not good. But look at that, the battle is side by side, going out of the Verf curve.
Oh, Brundle and Peppermeat still got a salami. We just said that before, didn't we? Salami? Yellow flags, let me check who
Yellow
that
flag
is.
in sector 2.
That is no one. All racing, we're good.
Okay, that's probably just someone going a little bit wild.
Look at the fight! Look at Brundle chasing after Peppermeat.
Oh my god! Look at that! Yeah, Phoenix!
This is
Look at Phoenix! He's just
fantastic.
suddenly gained on them all!
Yeah. This is fantastic to watch. I'm looking at it here from Phoenix's viewpoint, and we're just seeing two cars. They're like jet fighters, they're like fighter planes in the sky. They are battling for it here.
Peppermeat! Constantly swapping positions! This is one of the most amazing battles I've seen this race!
Yeah, it's a great track to overtake him. Well, I don't know.
Peppermeat has got penalties, by the way, chat. Cross Kerry has got a penalty as well. Peppermeat has got, I think, 6 seconds worth of penalties, Bodder, if you can confirm
John,
that.
Who's that now, sorry?
Peppermeat.
Yeah, I mean, how's that, is it?
Because someone's asked in the chat, it was Camo, has Pepper or Brundle got pens, Bodder?
We want driver time, so Peppermeat.
Magic Man's back. Magic Man has rejoined the session, so he can rejoin the race. It's good to see. A little bit of a update for you guys. Charismix is now starting to get a little bit of a look on Joker.
Peppermeat has at
Charismix
least 6
do it?
seconds.
Oh, what about Brundle? Does Brundle have any?
Okay, let me go back to the scene here.
Oh, nice move from Senna. Taking Shane on the second DRS zone, but can Shane respond? We'll keep an eye on Shane. High Eater, 3-second time penalty for receiving multiple warnings.
Brundle has 3 seconds.
Oh, okay, so there is penalties there. So everyone in the top 5 has penalties. So if Jake Moore can catch up to Peppermeat, which he is, he could really take advantage of it. AMS Phoenix, I think he might have a penalty maybe. I don't know, but this could play well in Phoenix and Jake Moore's hands. Phoenix, well, if they can really do this amount of time on the soft compound tyre, Phoenix might even get a podium.
Yeah, at this stage you might. Great battle here for fourth. This has been happening all throughout the race. Phoenix, Peppermeat. Jake Moore starting to come into that now as well, so it's actually great to see Jake Moore come back, because he was stuck back in about 8th or 9th there for a while, battling away, but he's back up in 6th now. Good to see.
Peppermeat is going to get a look now on Phoenix. Going into the slosh gold curve. Peppermeat down the inside, going into the corner, a little bit of contact made there, but no harm done. Peppermeat manages to get into 4th position, which allows Jake Moore to put pressure on the Toro Rosso, going into Roush. John
It just seems
Digweed
back and
again
forth.
setting multiple laps.
It just seems back and forth this 4th place, doesn't it?
It does. And there's no real guarantor for 4th place, because look at how close the battle for 4th is between Phoenix, Jake Moore and Peppermeat. So we've got a helicopter shot of the battle. Phoenix is not gaining enough to catch Peppermeat, but Peppermeat has just burned all of his ERS there going on the straight. So it's not looking good there for the McLaren.
Well, I was on board with Shane there a while ago, and Shane ran wide in turn 2. So Shane has 10 laps done on his softs now. So I'm wondering, are the softs starting to give a bit of wear?
Looks a little bit on the inside. Yeah, he got a little look there. And the Flaming says Moore could get third.
Potentially, yeah.
Do keep in mind, remember what you said, he's relying on the dry weather to really open up. The dry weather has arrived, and Jake has done certainly that. John Dickweed again setting fastest lap of the race. John, you've done it once, done it multiple times.
I think he really wants that one spot or one point if he gets in the top 10.
But he needs to get in P10 though.
Yeah. Phoenix right at the back though, Peppermeat showing some pressure, so he is his Irish driver.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good battle because going into the straight, Peppermeat just getting a little bit more speed on the straight. I think he's gone for a low downforce, but Peppermeat and Phoenix, the battle still goes on. Jake's fell back a little bit, but he's still in DRS range, so he can catch up a little bit. Can we see any potential moves going on now?
Is Peppermeat, Phoenix, and Jake Moore. They're all battling for fourth essentially. Meanwhile, Brundle, it says he's 10 seconds ahead, but if you ride on board with Peppermeat, he's literally a stone's throw away from him.
Oh no, he's 10 seconds behind Roberts.
Oh, sorry, yes. So he's only... Okay, that's my bad. So he's only a second in behind... Brundle is a second in front of Peppermeat. I don't think Brundle has an idea of what's happening behind him. He's probably loving all this because he's saving his tires. He just need to push his hard. All these guys are battling for fourth place behind him.
I don't know if Jake has any penalties. Does Jake have any? Because if he doesn't, he could actually get third, and the prediction by Flaming could be correct. What Jake needs to do, though, is get ahead of Phoenix. If he can get ahead of Phoenix, and maybe even ahead of Peppermeat, Roberts has got 6 seconds worth of penalties, so whoever gets in third will get closer and closer to Roberts. Is it possible?
Jake Moore has 1 warning so far.
I think he just got another one there because he just cut the first corner, so Jake is in a really good position to make up some places. Oh, maybe going into Ramus down the inside. Goes Jake Moore on Phoenix, but he just doesn't get a good run. Phoenix stays ahead.
I wonder how those softs.
Meanwhile, Senna...
That's my burning question right now.
Senna has gained 2 laps to go. Look how amazing these guys have been racing. Oh, it looks like Charismix has just gone past Joker. Oh, so it's actually a good battle with Charismix, Joker, Patronus, and the man of the cash. Patronus going down the inside of Joker. Joker running wide. This is a good battle.
Yeah, it's literally fighting for a point here as well, but even still, they're all battling for it. It's a shame to see the Magic Man fall so far behind, whether he lagged out or I don't know, whatever happened to him, but he was up there, so
I think the softs starting to fall off.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because look how much the soft compound runners have fallen back on Peppermeat. And do keep in mind, Skunk Burner is on softs as well.
Yeah, but Skunk is on a different level.
But Roberts, look how much Roberts has he's gained 2 tenths just from...
Phoenix goes past... Oh, who's on the grass there? Was it...
Oh, no, Jake Moore takes 5th place. So Jake's now looking to catch Peppermeat and stay within that 6 second Peppermeat has been given from penalties. So if he can, Jake Moore possibly gets into 3rd place, if not 4th at best. But we're going into the last lap. Roberts, it doesn't look like he got a good run into the last corner because at a moment he cuts off 2 tenths of the car in first. This is intense racing. This is real intense racing. We're on a final lap. And I think, Rodder, you couldn't have written it any better than this. A wet start, tremendous battles, strategy calls. I think maybe soft compound tyre might have been the best call, even though they're kind of falling off now.
Yeah, well, you're going to have that
be interesting. Peppermeat is getting gained on by Jake Moore. Has Peppermeat desynced? Oh, wait, what? Bodder? What happened there? What the hell? Can you guys still hear me? Chat, can you respond if you can hear me? Alright, so you can still hear me. Something's happened. What happened there? We'll find out soon. I may have been lagging on the stream, but I don't think that was enough to take me out the lobby. I've had lag before and I've stayed in. Not good. Not good. You're joking. The lobby crashed. It wasn't me. The lobby crashed. You're joking on the last lap. The last lap as well. Oh my god. So if you guys can hear me clearly, can you give me any information? Is the stream currently sounding clear right now? You can hear me? I think this is a complete Xbox server. This is a complete Xbox server crash because parties everywhere are not working. Oh my god! I saw Peppermeat desync. Jake Moore behind him. No wonder it desynced. The whole lobby died. Oh my god. I have no idea how to wrap that up, guys. I can't get in a party again with Bodder because the whole party's gone down. Oh my god, and AMS Phoenix was dead last and it's gonna finish in 6th place. Literally, that was close. Oh my god. In all my time as a commentator. Invite me to a party, Camo, if you can. If you're trying to get a hold of me, I need an invite because if I, mess about with these street parties on the stream, it could. Can I try join Xbox? It's dead. It doesn't work. Oh my god. Okay, guys. So, I did conveniently get a little bit of lag, but it was not me that caused that to happen. The lobby entirely crashed. Sweet Jesus, I don't even know how to wrap this up. Because we had so many penalties going on. First, second, and third could just not be foretold. Well, how do I even address this? You was third, Peppermeat, but you had 6-second penalties. It's 6 seconds. And that left Jake Moore and Phoenix to gain on you. I think. All services and servers are available on Xbox Live, but that was a complete lobby-wide crash. Can all F2 drivers please confirm that the lobby went down? It was a full lobby shutdown. It did. It was a full lobby shutdown then. This is staggering. Because the race was over. The race was over. Like, we was 1 lap away. We was literally 1 lap away from sealing the deal on F2. And it's just gone down. Right. We will have to get back to you guys. We will have to get back to you. I have no idea what's gone on. I can't answer these questions that undoubtedly all of us have. So, right, we'll get to the bottom of this as soon as we manage to see the problems, because Tomo has said that the servers are having issues. It had to happen on the last lap. If it would have happened after the race finished, I know we weren't able to do the interviews, but we would have been able to wrap that up. All right. That's it for today, guys. We literally cannot do anything. We will not be restarting tonight, I think. Definitely won't be tonight. It's too late. Not all drivers will have the time to wait through all of... wait for the time for all the positions to be reset and another race to go on. Because obviously, if we do a race restart... now it'll be way too late and not every driver will be able to do it, so I think we'll have to see what the stewards say about this. We'll have to see what we're going to decide about this race. All will be updated. So I'm Primus Gaming, and joined with me was Bodder. That was a tremendous drive there from the F3 lot. Not F3, F2. Even though we didn't get to have anyone finishing, but my driver of the day was going to go to AMS Phoenix, because that was a superb drive Phoenix did. And, you know, I would give it to him all the way. So, thank you for watching, everyone. I've been Primus Gaming, and joined with me was Bodder. We will see what we can do about the Austrian Grand Prix, but until then, everyone, take care.